You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and White sports fans, let's talk about Danny Ainge, the former NBA player, the former vice president of basketball operations for the Boston Celtics. Now that he's retired now, there's a clip of him from 2019 talking about how the NBA pretty much is a little bit too woke and you really shouldn't take these NBA players very serious when it comes to social justice. This is the same thing that we have been saying. Now, this actually came out a few days or so ago before he actually ended up retiring. But I found this and I was like, wow, how did we actually miss this? Danny Ainge sounds like somebody with common sense, that you should not be taking Hollywood serious on matters of social justice or politics or anything like that. Now, in the clip, he actually did talk about how he thought Mitt Romney would be a good president. He was wrong on that. He was absolutely wrong. Mitt Romney did not win. Mitt Romney would have been a terrible president, but I digress. So we're going to be jumping into the clip of Danny Ainge really exposing these players for who they are. Don't take these players serious. We're going to watch the clip and we're going to be diving into that in this video, guys. But first, make sure you guys go over to blackandwhitenetwork.com, sign up and become a member today. We have 2 different membership plans. We post private videos over there on the website just for the members. Bronze and silver memberships are available. If you're on the silver plan, you get additional videos, and also you get to be on a panel on member-only live streams with me and Rhodes talking about pretty much whatever you guys want to talk about. But if you don't want to do any of that, just consider giving a one-time donation by clicking the donation tab or shopping for the merch. Use the discount code LaChanaSucks, S-U-X, all one word, and we're going to give you 15% off your purchase, folks. So here we go, guys. I found this. This is from blacksportsonline.com. They're definitely pro NBA. They're perfectly okay, we know, with all these players actually speaking out on stuff they don't know about with social justice and all the lies that we have actually been telling you guys about. So it's safe to say they're not a fan of Danny Ainge and his opinion on this. But however, we're not going to really dive into their opinion. I want you to hear what Danny Ainge actually did have to say about NBA players and social justice. Now, this is from 2019. Like I said, this is before the NBA bubble, but this probably was around the time that Daryl Morey tweeted out his support for Hong Kong. So check it out, guys. Here we go.
Social media does, though, give players a bigger platform than they might have had in the past. And in the NBA in particular, some of the superstars like LeBron James and like the Warriors, Steph Curry, have used those platforms to take on social injustice, to take on the current president.
Just like Hollywood.
That's funny. He thinks this is an absolute joke, that the NBA players are pretty much a joke, just like Hollywood is. And we know how woke Hollywood is. They don't know what they're talking about either.
I was going to ask you, what do you think about that? And, you know, you've also got someone in the coaching ranks, and Greg Popovich in San Antonio, who's been critical of the president and supportive of Colin Kaepernick. What do you make of the political activism and the social activism of today's players?
I mean, they're NBA players. I'm around them all the time. I'm much more curious of what you have to say about them than any NBA player.
That is so funny, because Danny Ainge is a former player himself. And of course, you know, at this time, he was the president of basketball operations for the players. So he's around players all the time. He doesn't take them serious.
Or any famous person in Hollywood. They're probably the last people on earth that I would ask their opinion of political views. But at the same time, I think Greg Popovich has earned my trust as a fan and a person that knows him and has been around him, as has Steve Kerr, who is also vocal, is another guy that I really like as a person. I don't like all their opinions, but I do respect their opinions. And I wish that, you know, in the world of politics, that it wasn't so evil and wasn't so attack-oriented. I wish we could disagree a little more gracefully. But,
we've done that.
but I think that, you know, like like I said, Steve Kerr and Popovich, yeah, I like listening to them, but there's not very many players that I really care what they have to say about that are influencing me in any way on any aspect of life.
Wow, there you got it. Have it, guys. Danny Ainge, former NBA player and president of basketball operations of the Boston Celtics, has no interest in listening to any players on any social justice issue or politics. He is absolutely correct. Right on the money. We have been telling you guys this. I actually wish that we knew about this year. I mean, I actually wish that we knew about this much earlier, because this is from 2019. This is probably about 2 years ago now, because I'm very curious now. And I hope Danny Ainge actually comes out now that he's actually not in the NBA anymore. What is his opinion on the NBA's stance now on China? Because all these players, you know, they speak out on social justice, but they're extremely quiet and silent on China. They don't actually say anything about their Chinese overlords. I'm wondering if Danny Ainge has something to say about this. I'm very curious to see his opinion. But he just reiterated what we already knew. Don't listen to these NBA players. He says he'd rather listen to your opinion than some athlete, because he was an athlete himself. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Danny Ainge coming out and pretty much trashing NBA players. They don't really know much about politics or social justice. He probably knows this is all a virtue signal that these players actually do. And it really is, because this whole China aspect has really exposed the NBA as doing nothing more than virtue signaling. And that's pretty much it. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.